Hi, everybody. I am Christy Jackson. I am back with the week 2 assignment in my arts management and community class at the University of California, Riverside, where I am studying film. And I'm going to go over the next self evaluation that my professor wanted us to do. And shout out to Professor Kong. Okay. So the first column is what are you good at? So the things that I listed that I'm good at is that I am good at making people feel comfortable, cooking home meals, giving wisdom, being a mother, organizing, being optimistic, also being intentional, being honest, and being loyal to people that I trust. And the next column is what everyone is good at. And I think everyone is good at having an opinion. Everyone is good at eating, clapping their hands, drinking a beverage, talking. They are capable of doing something, uh, operating a cell phone, watching a movie slash TV, and saying their ABCs. I feel like everyone knows how to say their ABCs or should know how to say their ABCs. And the last column is what you want to work on. And I want to work on trusting others, prejudging others in my head, controlling my emotions, overthinking, worrying about the future, active listening, being mindful of my presence, patience, and articulation. So once again, the reason why I listed the things that I am good at is because it's who I am. It's what I do in my day-to-day life. I know this is kind of like a repetition of my first video, but it's just the honest truth, I come as I am and this is just who I am, and I think by me just being who I am and being comfortable how God has created me allows me to stand out and to be very optimistic about my future and the plans ahead, even though I don't know the future and I want to know the future so bad. But I have to learn patience, right? And that's something that I wanted to work on. That was something listed was patience. And so excuse me, I truly believe that the things that I'm good at is going to lead me to where I need to be, right? So that's that. And then explain what I want to work on and why. So the things that I listed with working on, a few things that stood out to me was prejudging others in my head. I know that is a common factor that humans do. We tend to prejudge people before we even speak to them, by the way how they look, how they're dressing, what their uh, what their hairstyle is, or the color, or the cut, the style. It can be all many. I'm sorry. It can be many facets of a person outwardly that will make us as humans prejudge them, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in a bad way. But I'm not going to say we because this is specifically talking about me, but I tend to prejudge people based off of what I'm seeing without actually getting to know them. And I want to just keep an open mind before I even say anything and then talk to them to get to know them and then make a judgment based on that. So that's something that I really want to work on because, you know, we are all created different. We all have different gifts, different talents, and we would not know those things if we don't take the time to get to know someone, right? So definitely prejudging others in my head is something that I am going to work on. Overthinking. I tend to overthink about everything, and I think that is the worst trait to have. Because overthinking tends to have me more stressed out. It increases my anxiety. It just makes me get headaches, and I put myself in this box that I don't even have to be in. And so I really want to stop overthinking and just take things as face value. Um, and Let's see. Being mindful of my present. That's something that's very important to me as well, because I tend to always want to know what my future is. And I think I mentioned this in my video. I mean, in my previous video. I'm still trying to get used to me talking on camera. But I tend to always look towards the future that I don't know, and I'm like in this la la land in my head, just trying to figure out what's going to happen next and what could happen, when I just need to be in the present moment, living in the present moment, seeing what's going on around me, being mindful of what's going on around me, and just take it all in, and stop missing moments or missing opportunities that may come my way, because my mind is so focused on the future, right? So definitely want to practice being mindful in the present. Um, and I want to say the last thing I want to talk about is what I want to work on is patience. Um, Like I said previous, I am a mother, so I have to have patience with my children. And I can honestly say, by me having kids, it definitely taught me a lot more patience. I have a lot more patience, but I need patience in other avenues in my life, with my degree, with making sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do as far as my career in film and wanting to be a writer, director, and producer. I need to have patience with that, because I know this particular industry, you don't get success overnight. However, it may be possible if you are a TikToker or you are a YouTuber and you spark somebody's interest and you do something that just makes you an overnight celebrity. It has happened to a lot of people, but I'm more of a traditional style woman. So for me, it's just like, I feel like with gradually being consistent in your work and being diligent in what you're doing, you know, the right doors are going to open up, and I just know that if I continue to do what I'm supposed to do and have patience and be consistent, diligent, and persistent in what I am passionate about, I know that things are going to work out. So I want to see you all in my last video. This is it's going to be week 3, and I will see y'all over there. Bye.